Assalamualaikum to Madam Liana and all my fellow classmates. I am Nur Isyadatul Syafina binti Muhammad Rizal. Yes, back again with me today. I will bring you a speech and explain to you why it should be illegal to drive over the age of 80. Based on article Healthy Aging, it's time to stop driving. People aged 70 and older are more likely to crash than any other age groups besides driver aged 25 and younger. Let me show you a video about when is the right time for elderly drivers to hand over their keys.
I don't think we are being trained individually to recognize when we should not be driving.
When it's time to talk to a loved one about possibly giving up their keys, here are a few tips. Check if permanent medical conditions are preventing them from safely driving, such as dementia. Have them take a driving test or enroll them in a driver safety course.
Do you know how does age affect driving? As we age, factors such as decreased vision, impaired hearing, slower motor reflex, and worsening health conditions can become a problem. Elderly drivers having to contend with either blur or hazy vision. Such cases are similar to what happens to drunk drivers, and as such is further evidence of the necessity to place elderly drivers in the same category of diminished capacity as drunk drivers. According to statistics from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, older drivers are more likely than younger ones to be involved in car accidents. After I did the research, I read the fact that in 2019, data collected by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention revealed that more than 20 older adults are killed and approximately 700 are injured in motor vehicle crash each day. Have you been worried about your driving? Have your family or friends expressed concern? As for me, I am very concerned with this case because I'm always worried when I see my grandfather drive because he is no longer able to drive. Sometimes it can be hard for an older person to realize that he or she is no longer a safe driver. You might want to observe person's driving skills. So, let me tell you why old people over the age of 80 not encouraged to drive. First, older people always accident because of their trouble seeing. For your information, your eyesight can change as you get older. Second, older people always accident because of their trouble hearing. Hearing loss can be a problem because this sound warn you when you may need to pull over or get out of the wall. As you get older, your hearing can change, making it harder to notice horn, sirens, or even noise coming from your own car. Hearing loss can be a problem because these sounds warn you when you may need to pull over or get out of the way. So, you should have your hearing checked at least every 3 years after the age of 50. This chart shows about death rate per million population in 2011 shows that 46 drivers aged 16 to 19 died in an accident, while 173 drivers aged between 20 and 29 involved in an accident died. As you guys know, every problem will have the solution, right? So, an affordable alternative for all people who cannot drive can paying and planning for transportation. Many older adults who don't drive are able to use public transport or taxi service on their own. According to this article, they have all heard stories about the dangers of elderly drivers. For example, a senior woman accidentally hits the gas instead of the brake pedal and crashed into a building. a 90-year-old man backs his Cadillac onto a sidewalk, not only can unsafe elderly drivers kill or injure themselves while on the road, but they can also seriously endanger other drivers and pedestrians. In conclusion, despite the counter-arguments present, it can clearly be seen that allowing the elderly to drive poses too much of a risk to both themselves and the general public to allow the practice to continue. As such, the government should take measures in setting up an appropriate age limit that allows elderly people to drive. By doing so, not only does the government prevent these elderly from potentially harming themselves, but also other drivers and pedestrians. That's all from me. Thank you.